Welcome to the Muscle of Young podcast. I can't talk today. I haven't even had extra coffee this afternoon.
I had a frozen blended coffee.
Oh my god, I so want one.
It was a caramel one, and it was so good. I got it from Panera. They're doing it for their summer thing. It was tasty. It was kind of like a coffee milkshake, but not as like sweet and creamy.
Yeah.
It was good.
Starbucks has some good ones too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. All right, so you did not come here for coffee. Maybe you did. I don't know. But this is a podcast about knitting and spinning and crochet and fiber stuff from our yarn shop in Shelburne, Vermont. And you can find the store out on all social media as Must Love Yarn. And we do have an online store and a great group over on Ravelry and Instagram account where we post various knitting related things. And I'm Angela.
And I'm Kelly.
And you can find me personally out on Instagram and Ravelry as Junior Bird Kid.
And you can find me on Instagram as Kelly O Spins, and you can find me on Ravelry as Kelly Spins.
And so on those accounts, those are my personal accounts. So you are going to find other things that are not related to knitting on those accounts, but it is public, so you can feel free to follow me.
Check it out first if you
check it out. See if it's for you, and follow if you'd like to have pictures maybe show up in your feed. I don't know. I haven't figured out the algorithm on Instagram yet.
I know. The more you interact with somebody, the more
their stuff comes up.
You see their stuff, because there's some people that, you know, I've interacted with them quite a bit recently, then I'll see it, but then I'm like, whatever happened to that person? And
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah. So we normally like to start a podcast with a pick of the week, and we'll get to that, but I think we should start with something else this week. So there has been some ongoing discussions about Ravelry's new policy, and we wanted to reiterate what our store conduct policy is for our classes, for our knit groups, and for sort of just events and just overall, because I think for us that speaks to where we stand and sort of what our values and expectations are of our community. And it's all posted out on our website. So if you want to read it in detail, you can.
We've got a link in show notes, so it'll take you right to that.
Yep. But I mean, basically the gist of it is I'll give you the highlights, and then we'll jump into the highlights.
We won't read the whole thing.
Because look, it's and I have to say I did not write. I helped, but it was Kelly. I was not the lawyer. So basically our goal is to always have a place where people feel comfortable to come and to share their passion for fiber arts, and we always want everyone to feel included and happy at knit group or other activities that we have here at the store. And so our ground rules are basically a way for us to remind ourselves and each other about our responsibilities that we have to other people. So we would just say we be inclusive, be considerate, be respectful, choose your words carefully. Though if you watch the podcast, sometimes
we do our best.
Do our best.
And that's all we're asking of you, is to do your best.
Don't be disruptive, and be mindful. And I think for me, the last one is the big one. Be mindful. So we do definitely, as you can see, there's clearly more to that, and we've provided some nice examples of these types of things. But we just wanted to take a minute and sort of just let everybody know where
you can find that information.
These are things that we've had up at Knit Group and in the store for quite some time now. A year, almost a year
at least.
So it's something that was important to us and has been important to us, but we don't always advertise that. So we just thought we'd take the opportunity to
let everybody know
about it.
Because for a while, I mean, we were small enough where we really didn't. I think people got from us just directly, and we were able to be involved with a lot more of the knit groups and activities and things like that. And we wanted it to be clear of what our policy was, just so there was no question for anyone. And so now you guys can read that if you so choose. So
exactly.
There's been a lot of discussion, and we just felt that we wanted to have our policy out there.
Yep. Exactly. So into our pick of the week. So we're gearing up because the shift along starts on Monday.
Oh my gosh.
Monday's July 1st.
No.
Can you believe that? Yeah, it is.
You shut up.
What? No, I'm serious.
You're lying.
No, I'm serious. Nuh-uh.
Sorry, I'm not being respectful to you.
So choose your words carefully. Be mindful, Kelly. Be considerate. So the shift along starts Monday. So in keeping with the last 3 weeks of picks, which were all related to yarns you could use for the shift, we got you some more.
We did. And
super exciting.
If you can't wear wool or don't want to wear wool or want to do a summer weight version of a summer shift of some sort, we've got you covered. So we're doing, technically it's 3 different yarns. 2 are kind of sisters, so I didn't bring all of the solids over. But the first, well, I'll just show this one first because it's on top. Nako, the calico jacquard, and the regular calico, which are the solids. So Ange, I don't know if you remember, you guys, it was 2 years ago, year and a half ago, Ange made a really pretty blue t-shirt in this, and it does do a self-striping, kind of a random self-striping pattern. And we usually do have the blue, it's back ordered, so if it comes in and the code is still valid, you're more than welcome to use it on that too. So these are the 3 that we've got in stock, and we've got lots of solids. So if you don't want to do a shift, you want to do a great little summer t-shirt, you can use this yarn. And the solids and the multis are the same fiber content. So it's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. It's super soft. It's machine washable, dry flat, and it is 245 meters, which is like 260 or so yards, right around there. It's 100 gram skeins. These are the multis or stripey ones are $8 a skein, and the solids are $7.50. I didn't bring any of the solids over, but they're all on our website, and we just got some new stock of that.
Cool.
The next we have is the Medina, and we've done this before. But there's some. So we have some of the new colors in.
So this is not part of the pick of the week, but I was like, look at how many of those solid would go with.
I know. This one I love. Andrea and I were talking about this one.
We'll go with this one too. That's actually
that
the one. And this one, if
and
you want something more subtle.
I know.
So anyway, so this is the Zoe. It's not part of the pick of the week, but it has a lot of good solid colors. So if you were to get like a Medina and a Zoe to pair together to do one of the shifts, like you totally could. You could do the hat.
And that's heather too, because that's a cotton and linen blend. So the two,
with lots of texture.
Yeah, the 2 different fibers take dye differently too, so you'll see the kind of heathered up effect of that.
So, but the shift, the cowl one calls for sport DK weight.
Yeah, so then the Medina and the Zoe and the Nako, these are all kind of sport DKs. So they all work wonderfully for the cowl. Although you could use them for the shawl, the night shift too, if you wanted to, and just do a little bit lighter version of that. So
you could probably do the Shifty too. I mean, that might take some more adjusting, but
yeah, so there's all kinds of options. So I didn't give you all the details on this yarn. 295 yards, 100 grams. I know, isn't that beautiful? And these are cotton, acrylic, and viscose, and this is a really nice soft yarn. We have a little t-shirt knit up. Angela's having so much fun.
I am having. It's amazing to me.
This has some pretty gold in it.
How many of these colors this gold will pair with.
It really does.
Isn't that amazing?
I know. It's so cool. We've got tons of colors in the Zoe. Not the Zoe. Yeah, Zoe. That one's Zoe. So that retails, the Medina retails for $13.99.
That one's really cool.
So, and it's got a lot of yardage on it too. Yep. So you could pick 3 colors of Medina and do a summer weight, or cotton. Doesn't have to necessarily be just for summer.
You could almost get away with pairing this gold with every single one of these Medinas.
I know, you could.
Isn't that crazy?
This actually has a little bit of gold in it too. It wouldn't be my top choice, but you could do it. And it's actually kind of nice. Some of the best shifts that I've seen have had really nice contrast like that.
That's actually really super intriguing to me.
Yeah.
So,
what do we want to do for our code?
Well, so last week we did weekly pick shift, right? So, we should just do like weekly pick Shifty.
Just to confuse the heck out of everybody.
Just to confuse everybody. Because I think we've already done Medina.
We have. And we've done Nako before, I think.
We have. Yeah, we'll just do it Shifty.
Okay. Shifty.
Shifty with a Y, because it goes down here at the bottom. So
yeah. We'll not confuse you too much. And if you forget, you can just
email us. We'll tell you if we remember. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I know.
We can look up
I've been trying to go in and put the discount code in right away, because if I don't, then I'm like, oh, shoot, what the heck did she say?
I know, right? I literally have to listen to the podcast sometimes to remember what the coupon code was. Because who knows?
Oh, and I'll do this now, but we are going to be doing a class that's going to be primarily about the shift and mosaic slip stitch knitting.
Yep.
Andrew, when we say the 3rd?
Yes.
August 3rd.
Ooh, okay.
So that is not in our system yet, but it will be going in the system. So if it's something that's been intriguing to you, but you weren't sure really how to go about mosaic or slip stitch style knitting, Andrea, who works for us in Awesome, she is going to be doing a class.
Cool.
On August 3rd, it'll be a 2-hour class, 10:30 to 12:30, and we're really excited to have her do that.
Nice.
She's been, oh my gosh, knitting up a storm with these.
It's been shift central over here.
It has, so it's really fun. Pam, who also works for us, she's doing one, so she's like, oh, I can get mine done and you can use it too. You'll see, I finished mine. So it'll be here hanging out in the store because I use store yarns for it.
Nice.
So, and mine I did is fairly neutral. You'll see the colors I chose are quite neutral. So it's kind of nice to have some different ones, because Andrea's done some really beautifully bright ones that are just amazing. So it'll be fun to have all the different.
Nice.
Because everybody color is so different for everybody, their color sense and what they like to wear, and sometimes I go really bright and wild, and other times it's nice to have something that's a little bit more subdued.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Do you want your Zoe back? Did you have that for something?
Oh no, I got it. I picked it because I picked up this one and I was like, there's gotta be gorgeous? A yellow that matches, and I found the Zoe and I brought it over and I was like, it matches like half the basket.
I know.
It's amazing.
It really is. Cool.
Clearly, I'm having a red-green obsession right now.
Well, yeah. I know. Well, and it's so funny. So you'll see in the potion, the Malabrigo potion, Potion.
Yeah.
That colorway.
Yeah.
That is like these.
Yeah.
And that's what I was just finished knitting with. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so jewel tones are kind of the thing this fall again.
Yeah.
All the yarn reps have been coming, and it's the serious, like the emeralds, the golds, the really deep teals, the really deep burgundies and reds.
Yep.
So
I like those
we're going to see very, very traditional fall jewel tone colors this year.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's my
super
saturated.
That's my color palette. Super, super saturated. Really.
Super exciting.
Really pretty stuff. So, weekly pick Shifty.
Nice.
Yes. Indeed.
Indeed.
We both have finished
We
objects.
both have finished objects. It's super exciting.
I wore mine for like 5 minutes so I could get a picture of it. And then I was like, nope. It's kind of
really hot here.
humid and warm. I won't say hot yet because it
was almost 90 out when I came in.
Well, maybe it is a little hot.
Okay.
A little hot.
A little hot. I could hardly even have this on me for Kelly to take a picture, and I would not even wrap it around my neck. I was just like, take it like that. I'm like, all right, I'm hot, too hot. Take it off.
I'm done.
So I finished my black bear shawl.
And it's gorgeous.
I finished my black bear shawl. It only took me 7 days to band off. No, I'm just kidding. Didn't take that long. Oh, look at that.
Beauteous.
Ugh, I love these Pico bind-offs.
I do too.
So pretty. This it took up an entire queen-size bed to block it.
I can see. It's really long.
Super long.
Really long.
Super long. Look how long that is.
The center is right here. You
Yeah.
can't even see the center, and Angela's holding the other side.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So I'm really excited. I'm so happy with the way this turned out.
It blocked out beautifully
Blocked out
too.
really
Look at
nice.
that. The mesh panels.
Mhm.
That's so pretty.
Super fun.
Love it.
Done.
Love it.
Hello. Just in time for the hot weather.
I know.
Mohair.
Although sometimes the really cool mornings or the cool evenings, that's the nice thing.
Oh,
At
yeah.
least last night it didn't cool off quite as much, but it has been down into
Yep.
the 60s at least.
Yeah, it's comfortable at night.
Yeah, the dew point's still kind of high, but at least it's been
So, yep, got that all blocked.
beauteous.
Beautiful. So then I could use the needles for the glass houses because I needed the 5s.
Ha! See? That's why I needed to finish my cowl because I need my 5s. So look, guys. My shift is done.
Cool.
Ta-da!
I love that.
So, the really super light color is Primrose DK, the Jasper DK, which is a little bit chunkier than the Malabrigo Arroyo. The Malabrigo Arroyo is almost more sport weight. It's a light, I think they call it a DK, but it's much lighter. So the next color, not the one that the little blips are, but the kind of background is Sandbank, and that's the Malabrigo Arroyo Sandbank. And then the little blips that are in here are the Malabrigo Potion. I'm not sure how you say it, but it is a
What?
it's got blues and greens and reds in it, so it was so
I'm gonna have to rip this back.
there's where it's seamed together, and I'll put it on just so you can see what it's like. But I've been really loving all of the cowls that are kind of in the style of a shawl.
Yeah, I like them too. They're very wearable.
They are. Look. Nice. And this has, when you're knitting it, it has the I-cord edge, and then you bind off in I-cord. So all of the edges are finished with an I-cord. The only two places you don't are actually where you seam it together. So I really dig these, and they stay put, and you don't have to worry about them falling off. And you know, if you're busy and moving around a lot, they're great for that. So.
Sorry, I was just shaking my head. I have to rip this back.
Oh.
It's that I-cord edge.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently I forgot to slip some stitches.
Oops.
Yeah. And I think that's really gonna bother me because it's pretty obvious. Oh well.
Darn it.
Oh well. Let's see if I can do this.
That's like when I had to pull back.
Yeah. Well, it happens. It's early enough that I'd rather have it right than that far back. And I don't know what happened there either.
Oh, that is funny. It's almost like there's a stitch because it was following and then it kind of stopped and moved into the next stitch.
Yeah, that I'm not going to worry about as much. So
You could actually even...
I don't know if it's going to show up there. But you can see how there's a stitch doing that there, and that just stops.
I wonder how many stitches were you doing I-cord over? It almost looks like you left one off.
It's possible. So it's 3 stitches over the I-cord, and this is supposed to be a purl stitch on the... I don't know. I should probably just rip it all the way back to where that is, because now that I'm just doing it, might as well fix it all the way instead of having that weird thing at the end that nobody's ever gonna see.
Yeah, I know, right?
But now that I'm looking at it, it's gonna bug me. So.
And that's it. You just have to decide what if it'll bother you or not.
Like it's weird enough that.
Because I had that weird spot on this where I think I switched the stitches around because you are doing the I-cord edging, and I had to pull back a little bit and to fix something, and I think I reoriented them on the needle incorrectly, so I had that one spot.
Okay.
But it's like way back up in here, so it's not even visible. So I left it.
Who knows what happened there? I've been kind of distracted while working on this lately, so who knows? Who knows? Nice thing about this yarn, though, is that it sits up nice.
Well, you're picking up your stitches. I'll talk about what I'm working on, which is not very far along because I only started it last night while my cowl was blocking. And the reason that I wanted to finish my cowl is because I needed size 5 needles, and I wasn't going to buy some more. I just said I was not going to do it because this cowl is so close to being done. And now it's done. I have something to wear. I probably won't wear it a whole lot until fall, but hey, it's done. So my next project, I know a lot of people have done this, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to or not, just because I'm really long-waisted, and I know you can make this longer, but I was like, I don't wear a lot of crop stuff. But the one thing about being long-waisted is I can wear high-waisted pants and skirts really easily because they fit really well, and they don't make me look shorter because I am so long-waisted. So, you know, I've got that going. I don't think I have any in my wardrobe right now, though.
High-waisted pants.
Or skirts. But I do have some dresses, and I had talked about that last time. I got this really cute new linen dress that this, I think, will look really, really super cute over. So I was like, well, let's just go for it. And if it doesn't end up being a really staple wardrobe kind of piece, then it can always live at the store and just be a great shop sample. So there you have it. So it is the Soldat Knot crop, and it is a Caitlin Hunter pattern, and those are the colors she chose. And I think I mentioned last time, because I put it in acquisitions, the colors that I am using. So where her brown is my brown. So I'm using Green Mountain Spinnery. This is Music, and then where her kind of minty green color is, I'm going to have, it's not showing up very well there, but it's a really super dark teal, almost spruce pine green. And then where her, it's kind of like a peachy white, it's a multicolor, it's going to be my white. And this is New Mexico Organic, because I needed a white and I didn't have it in Music. And then she's got a darker teal in here, and that is going to be my gold.
Nice.
So, and that one's Music as well, Green Mountain Spinnery Music. So I'm swatching. I'm not swatching in the round because my gauge doesn't switch a whole lot between knitting and purling. So I'm somewhat breaking the rules. But
you know the knitting place are gonna come for you, right?
Oh my gosh, Jane.
That picture made me laugh so hard.
We should probably repost that picture.
Yeah, on Gauges, maybe on Gauges.
Yeah, on Gauges, because that was hilarious. So Jane, who's one of our longtime followers, viewers, and we really enjoy having her at our events when she pops over this way, because she lives on the other side of the state. So we always love when we can catch up with Jane. She posted the most hilarious picture of her pocket meerkat gauge with a teeny tiny little pair of handcuffs and a badge, and wasn't there a little hat too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I started laughing so hard when I saw that. I was like, no way, that is the most perfect thing. Because she was talking about the knitting police coming because she was starting a new project, but she said, you know what, it's my birthday.
Yep.
And I said, go for it, Jane.
Absolutely.
And a happy belated birthday, by the way, too.
Yeah.
And then she posted a picture of her finished blackberry shawl, and she had gotten the yarn from us. That was the one that I was fawning over, and if she hadn't bought the yarn for it, I was going to.
Good job saving Kelly.
I know. She really did.
It's gorgeous knit up.
Yeah, because it was the Kingdom Fleece and Fiber Works, her Oz colorway, which was that really gorgeous emerald green. Mm-hmm. That one, on that base that she got, leaned almost a little more teal.
Yep.
It was really pretty. And then that the rusty rain from Drizzle.
Yep.
So it looked kind of like a copper penny and the patina look too, with the two together. So it was super beautiful. Cool. So pretty.
Super cool.
So
I started and have already partially ripped out glass houses. A new shawl. It's a 2-color shawl. Not like I don't have 2 colors of yarn to use in my stash. I had to buy more yarn here a couple weeks ago. So this is glass houses.
I love your colors though. They're going to be awesome together.
But that's what happens sometimes. You see the colors together and and then a pattern pops up and you're like, those two go so well together. Like it has to be that.
Yeah. And
it's not showing up it probably on the playback screen will be fine, but there is red in this skin. It's the chameleon Malabrigo sock. You can see some of the red there with Ravelry red. So this is the main color, and these will be the little glass window panes, and I think it'll just be gorgeous. And it's not sort of my normal color palette, which is also why I'm intrigued by it. So.
I was trying to get my patterns so I could tell. I've got lots of patterns.
I have bought some as well. So I started this one, but the other thing that I've been working on this week is I picked up Gretel again because it was very close to being done. I don't even think it's on show notes because I took it off because I hadn't been working on it for a really long time. So if you remember, Gretel it's a church mouse. Oh, actually, it's Cocoa Knits pattern. This is the one that I was super grumpy about because I had to order the actual physical pattern.
That's right. You can't get it digitally.
You can't get it digitally. So I did make a photocopy, which is allowed for personal use, to be able to photocopy it to keep it in your bag so the other pattern doesn't get all messed up. So
sometimes it's nice to have a master copy that you can keep clean and neat.
And this one I've written all over and scribbled on.
Yeah.
So this is Cocoa Knits Gretel, and the pattern calls for like a fingering or lace weight, and on New S6s. So the pattern's meant to have a really open weave, but Church Mouse Yarn and Tees did a version of the Gretel using Barocco modern cotton, and because it's a worsted weight yarn, it tightens up the weave, but the modern cotton still gives it a really nice drape. So I have been working on this and I'm pretty much almost done. I think I'm ready to bind off the front, and then you attach at the shoulders. So it's just a little like A-line tank.
So it feels so good.
Isn't it nice?
That fabric is beautiful.
And it's got a little, it'll have a little cowl-y kind of neckline, with the A-line shaping at the waist.
That's going to be so nice to wear.
I know. It might be a little too heavy for the summer, but in the fall and transition times,
you can layer it with some blazers and other stuff.
It'll be so nice. So this is really super close to being done.
That's really lovely.
Yay. And then there's a long discussion about the extra yarn that I have in making market bags.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yay. So I actually have been working on that a lot. hopefully the adjustments I made, because I don't know if you remember, that pattern it goes down a ways under the underarm, and so I knit the body longer through here, and then I shortened this. So we'll see if my math was good. I didn't check the gauge to do it. I just, because it's a square, there's no math required. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Cool.
I'm winging it. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. It's worked for me before. What happened to the sweater that I checked gauge on? Kelly got it. Because it didn't fit me. I'm back to winging it. That's what I do best. So
I'm just going to tell you to check gauge on everything.
You are, and then you write me a ticket, and
then I get a free
and
sweater.
then she gets a free sweater.
A beautifully knit one. I wear that sweater when it was gold. I wore that sweater all the time.
It's awesome. I need to knit
it's a great sweater.
My next one. I have all the yarn for it. Too hot to be knitting a worsted weight sweater right now, though. Quite ready for that. So anyway, that's really what I've been working on. I knit a little bit on my blue vanilla socks. I'm about ready to turn the heel, so I've been working on the heel flap.
Nice.
So just been kind of picking away at those.
I have been just working on my shift, just because I really wanted to get that done.
Really wanted those needles. We're super motivated.
I know. I've been playing with my baby chickies.
Oh, nice.
They're getting their little feathers. I know. And what else I've been doing? I've been reading a lot about sheeps.
Nice.
Preparing.
Nice.
And been gardening.
I've been in the car a ton this week, so I've been listening to Armchair Expert.
Have you?
Yes. And I'm one of his guests. I don't know where I am in the catching up or not catching up. Was Elizabeth Gilbert, who was the author of Eat, Pray, Love. She's got a couple of new books out, so I might have ordered one of her new books to take camping. Even though I have a stack of other books that I could have taken camping with me, to order a new one, because why not?
I had an SSK, which is kind of my semi-private lessons that I do. I try to do those once a month or so, and I have another one coming up this weekend. But anyway, I had two of the people in my class that I was doing that had recommended the same book to me. They're like, oh, you have to read it. It's great. So I've been reading, it's A Gentleman in Moscow.
Oh, what's it about?
So it is set in, Moscow in right around the turn of the 20th century. So early, it starts like 1912 or so, and then goes into, I think right now at the point I'm at, and it's in the mid to late 1920s.
Okay.
And it's about Count Rostov, who it's one of the families that is in War and Peace.
Okay.
So, but it's...
I've actually read that book.
You know, it's so funny. So I watched what was it on? Was it on Hulu? I think it's on Hulu. War and Peace, the newer remake of that was on War and Peace, was on Hulu. And I watched it. It's like a 6 or 8 part miniseries. Okay. It was very well done. So it's all British actors. Gillian Anderson kind of plays a small part in it. Nice. What's her name? She was from Downton Abbey, and she's really cute. She played the little bubbly niece.
Okay.
Oh, I can't remember her name. Anyway, she's in that, and she's the main female character in that. But it was very good, and I was like, oh, I really, really, really should just read that book. And my husband's like, how long is that? I'm like, it's like 12 or 1,300 pages.
I mean, at this point, if you read any of the, like...
Game of Thrones,
Outlander books, like, they're all even some of the last Harry Potter books were pretty enormous.
We're pretty hefty.
If you'd like to borrow it, let me know. I actually do have a copy of it.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Yeah, so, because it was funny, I was thinking about getting that because the Rostov family is one of the families from War and Peace that they talk about. And so this is later, 100 years later, and it's about the Count Rostov who, at the time, he basically has to live in a hotel because of the overthrow of the aristocracy, and so he can't leave the hotel. So it's kind of about his change while he's there, and so it's interesting, and I think I'm about maybe half of the way through it, so I'm curious to see where it goes. But it's interesting because you get a little bit of history, but kind of from a different perspective, and I really don't know a lot about Russian history.
Yeah, I don't either.
Especially in that kind of time frame, World War I and after. So that's what I've been reading, because they both highly recommended it to me. So I've been reading that, and it's good. It's entertaining, and what else? Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
I knit a little tiny bit on Little Red Pullover, but I didn't bring it in because I maybe only put a couple more color stripes on it. So, so we'll see. Probably what I should do is take that with me camping, just work on that. But no, I'll fine.
Oh my gosh, did you see on Instagram, Mina posted a picture of Layla, and then she found a bunch of pictures of her.
You can't tell the difference between
I know. I was
amazing.
like, oh my gosh, she looks just like her. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
Yes.
It was really cute.
Yep. So I think that's I'm in this weird, trying to figure out what I want to knit next. I'm kind of feeling the shawl mojo a little bit, but I really want to knit sweaters, but I can't figure out what I want to knit for a sweater. So I'm in this weird,
I know.
What do I want to cast on next?
That's why I think this one is going to be perfect for...
I had considered, so I have all that yarn that I cast on last year when we were going camping for Boxy. That really pretty purpley, winey yarn that may or may not be called drink up, bad word, but aptly named. So I was like, well, what could I should maybe cast on a new sweater with that, and it'll just be my annual bad idea camping project that gets ripped out. So I was thinking maybe Tegna, or a different sweater, short sleeve sweater that was fingering weight. But
I was thinking about Caitlin Hunter has the Novelli, which is the one that you had asked about, and that one's fingering weight. And I know I've got some great yarns because it's another cropped sweater.
Yeah.
It doesn't take, I think, for the size that I would make, I think the main color would only be 2 skeins, and then 100 yards or something, couple hundred yards of the 2 other colors.
It's scraps, almost.
2 or 3, I don't remember.
Leftovers.
Yeah, so I was like, geez. I'm like, I could pull something out of stash for this.
Yeah,
no
almost.
problem.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I should maybe look at some fingering weight sweaters. I have multiple sweater quantities.
I really want to do, I think, another featherweight or something like that.
Yeah.
I have the Madewell pattern too that Hohi did, and I've got all of my Legacy Fiber Arts yarn, the sweater weather colorway, because I even swatched for it. I just never even cast it on.
That's true.
So I've got that one ready to go.
And I thought about making a featherweight. I made the lace weight version of it, but I'd like to make a fingering weight version with probably longer sleeves instead of the short sleeves. So, I don't know. I'll figure something out. Stash dive and find something.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Let's see. We'll see.
How did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. I'm glad I ripped that all the way back. I don't know why that stitch is loose.
Huh.
I don't know. Who knows?
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, whatever.
It's so squishy, stretchy.
Well, it's a garter.
Garter. I know. So fun.
Garter's so stretchy.
I love that the back side of this too is really
It's super
fun.
cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. I was like watching the texture form. You could wear it almost either way, except for that when I seamed it, the seam is definitely more visible on the inside.
Yep.
Because I did mattress stitch, which is what she recommends, but.
Yep.
So
we got a couple knit-alongs going on.
Got some knit-alongs. We've got some events.
Yep. Tickets are available for the Lake Monsters game. Yep. I should probably buy those while I'm here today.
Yeah, I got a couple. Although I have to check with my husband. He might be not here so I may be on my own, but that's all right. I still like to go. So that is July 27th.
Yes.
Game starts at 6:05. Gates open at 5:05. Tickets are $8. You can get them here at the store. You can order online, pick up in store.
Yep.
Whatever you would like to do.
Yep. July
12th, we are having a kickoff party for the Great Northern Yarn Haul.
Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to bring the projector.
Oh, projector, right. Ange got a new projector for us. Yeah, because she's going to probably want to check that next week. Because she was going to come a week early and make sure that her computer, tablet,
so I'll try to drop that off tomorrow.
Okay.
Before I go out of town.
Cool. So that is 5:30. We're going to be doing light refreshments and just having a good time. You can pick up your bag and your passport if you're going to be doing that. It's free with a $20 purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So buy a skein of yarn and get your bag and passport.
Yep.
Or a couple skeins, depending on.
Join us for the shift along.
And join us for the shift along. So also that evening we are having a really nice talk that is by Eve Jacobs Carnahan. She is a locally Montpelier-based artist, and she uses knitting in her sculptural art. I can't talk either today. And she does some really cool, a lot of natural birds. She's done a lot of birds and plant life and things like that. So she's going to be talking about the art of knitting. So that's going to be a really, really interesting talk. That it's free to come, just hang out, listen to her talk, and have some refreshments. Just have a little fun get together with us. And if you're doing the yarn haul, we really wanted to do something fun to kind of kick that off this year. Yep. We haven't done a kickoff party before, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice. We've got the blackberry shawl that's got a few more weeks running, shawl cowl. We've got the butterfly cowl, so if you're doing that class for the butterfly pattern, that's running through the beginning of September. Mm-hmm. We've got Kelly's crochet along.
Angela's not allowed crochet along. Oh my gosh, I hadn't been to the board in quite some time, and I went over and looked, and people are filling that board right up with all their projects.
It's awesome.
There's some really cool projects there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So keep them coming until next week.
Yep. And the shift along starts on Monday.
That's right.
So, and I can't remember when I said I was going to run that through a couple of months, I think. No, because I was still in the planning stage with the show notes, and then we kind of made up some rules on the podcast like we do. Why not? I probably should go check what I put in the Ravelry board, because I think that's where I laid it all out.
There we go.
So that's starting on Monday. Whips are allowed.
I finished mine before, but I'm not eligible anyway,
You're not
so
eligible
it's
for
okay.
prizes, so you're cool. But you will post it over there.
I will.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I posted my hat in the chatter thread.
Nice.
And people are excited. I've been seeing yarn posted over there.
I know. And on Instagram, I've been seeing some pop up too. We got tagged this morning with some.
Yep. So that'll be fun. And then, just so everybody knows, coming down the pipeline, we're gonna start the Warm Your Heart or Warming Hearts, or I'll work on the name a little bit, which is basically our version of the mitten tree. So we're gonna get that started. I think a little earlier this year.
Stay tuned to Outtakes too, because we chat a little bit more about some ideas
other
that we have.
Things, ways to give back to incorporate that knit along, crochet along. And I'm working on a couple of others, but if folks have ones they want to do, just let me know. I'm open to having multiples at a time.
And we did mention a little bit earlier about the shift or mosaic knitting, slip stitch knitting class that we're going to do too. So stay tuned for the details. I will put those together in the next day or two, and that is going to be August 3rd.
Yep.
And Andrea is going to be teaching that. So if you wanted to participate in the shift along, depending on when Ange has that ending.
It's sometime in September. I want to say I even let it go till October. It was a long one.
There was October in there somewhere.
I think it was October because one of the patterns is a sweater. And so it was like, if somebody wants to knit the sweater, they need some more time.
I kind of want to knit it. It's really cool.
It is cool.
We go with everything too.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
So if you want to do the class and then use your project for that, if you decide to do that, then yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
I know. It's great. Love it when a plan comes together.
I know. It's awesome.
It is awesome. What else we got? We got anything else?
I think that's it, actually.
I have some acquisitions, some new patterns.
Ooh, I have one new pattern.
I have 5. So it all started
started on Ravelry.
I saw that Baby Cocktails, who's Thea Coleman, was doing releasing a pattern, and the proceeds of that pattern, she was going to be donating a portion or all of.
I think
all of the proceeds to Racy's, Texas. And the pattern is called Violet Aster.
I bought that one too.
And that's what it looks like. It's a worsted weight.
It's very pretty.
Pretty sweater. So I really like her patterns anyway. And I had a bunch of them in my queue. And of course, you put the information in. Ravelry's like, oh, you have 8 other patterns of hers in your queue. Are you interested in purchasing any more of them? And so I looked through them, and there were 4 others that were really interesting to me. So I also got Edredor, which is a shawl. Let's see if I can show it. Oops. It's mostly one color, and that's got a little stripe, of another. And I also got Chartreuse, which is a really cute cardigan that's got cables.
Nice.
There's that. It's super wearable. It's got pockets. And what else do I have? That was Chartreuse. Oh, the cranberry capelet. I'm really big into capelets. I like them. Come on. It doesn't want to let me zoom. Oh, there we go. It's got one big cable down the front. Try to do it without glare. Sorry, this is not. I should have printed so you could see. But, so that's cranberry. Was that 4? Was that 5?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Violet Aster, I mentioned. Ooh, one more. And then there's the Cranberry Goes. Which, come on. Oh. Now it's going to do something. Who knows what it's going to do. Which is kind of a pullover. It's very loose fitting. I like that a lot.
Nice.
So, 5 new patterns.
Nice job.
There you go, Thea Coleman. Thank you very much. No, she's got great patterns.
She does.
She does a lot that have really cool
cables
texture stitches and cables. She does a lot of cables. I did Bailey's Irish Cream, which is kind of a lace and cable cardigan.
Dark and Stormy I've worn quite a bit.
Yeah, Ange does wear that on a lot, so.
And the other one, Margarita is the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's got some great patterns, so if you're looking for any cable, especially cable patterns, she's got a lot of really pretty ones.
Yep.
So there.
Yippers.
Those are my acquisitions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Yep.
I don't think I have anything else.
I don't think I do either.
So we won't be podcasting next week.
Nope.
It's too difficult to try to coordinate schedules. Thursday's a holiday here in the United States.
Yeah, the store will be closed on Thursday too.
Yep, and I'm going to be away for part of the week and just too many moving pieces.
So enjoy your lovely summer break from us.
Yes.
We hope you have a great time.
Yes.
Enjoy some sunshine, hopefully, wherever you are.
And the question is, how many projects will I have either started
or ripped out?
Finished by the time we come back in 2 weeks? Look, I'm almost back to where I started.
Some people have done this Soldotna in like a week.
Yeah.
So
go, Kelly, go. Go, Kelly, go.
Although if the weather's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, you're going to be outside.
I'm going to be outside because we've had so much rain that we have to take advantage of. If you have a garden at all, you have to take advantage of the nice sunny days, because if you don't, then you're going to be kicking yourself.
Yep.
For not having done so.
Absolutely.
When it's raining. Or we had a crazy thunderstorm. Did you get that?
Last night, yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of right around evening time. I think it was like 5:30, 6 o'clock at my house. Winds picked up, and it was...
The skies just opened.
Yeah, we had a little bit of hail at my house.
We watched it. So we watched it come in because of where Abigail and I were coming, and it basically chased us.
Yep.
Followed us. We were just ahead of it until we got home, and then it just... So, yeah. It was super fun.
Oops, I meant to do... Oh, well. That's okay. I meant to do a couple more rolls of garter, but I forgot and just bound off, but it's not going to make a difference in my swatch.
Nope.
My swatch is done!
Nice.
Now I got to go home and block it.
Nice.
Wash it and block it. And then I will count my gauge, and maybe I can cast on my Soldotna.
That would be exciting.
It would be super exciting.
Super exciting.
And then I have to vacuum.
Yeah, it's chore things.
Darn it. Vacuum. Get the house picked up a little bit. It's really hard when this time of year, because it's the mornings. It's not really hard. It's not hard at all. But the mornings are really cool, so the grass is really wet in the morning, and then in mowing, you get the little clippings and on the grass, and the dogs go out, and Winnie's kind of low to the ground, so if she goes into the tall grass at all, it just like sticks to her belly, and she's got that little really fine fuzzy hair, and it sticks right in. So the dogs come in, there's little footprints everywhere, and then there's grass everywhere. It's fine.
What you gonna do?
No, because yeah, I'm not gonna not have my dogs, because you know.
Exactly. So, well, we'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks.
Yes, we will. Have a great couple of weeks.
Yep.
Enjoy. Hopefully, you get to enjoy some nice summer weather wherever you are. Or
yep. Yeah. So.
Oh, we didn't talk about Gage.
Oh yeah, Gage is our meerkat, our podcast mascot. Gage.
And she's wearing some
Shifties.
Shifty yarns.
Shifty yarn.
She's trying to get in the shift spirit. But anyway.
Yes.
We will catch up with you guys in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Keep it clean, Kelly. Did you get all your swears out?
Nope.
Oh my god.
I haven't said a single one.
I don't want to have to tag it explicit. I don't know what's going on with iTunes. I stopped trying to upload to the podcast garden for iTunes because it's I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh, I've got to check in with Jen too about the link for Soundgarden for the podcast for the Upside, because somebody couldn't access it, and then I went to it and it said processing, and that's all it said. So I'll check with her.
Wow, technology. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Comcast is having some issues. Like last week, the podcast didn't load until like noontime, and I started at like 6 a.m. like I normally do.
Yeah, Ange told me, she's like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. And I wasn't at my office. Where was I? Was I in a meeting?
I think you were.
Oh, I was at that memorial service with you.
Oh, that's
why we saw each other. I was like,
yep.
Why did we have that discussion? We did.
I know, that's what I was trying to remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what is up with this? So I don't know what's going on. It might be that my office just needs a new router, because I think my router's like 5 years old, and they have like a shelf life, I think.
They go obsolete too, because the technology changes, and then...
I'm waiting, fingers crossed, now that Burlington Telecom's been purchased, that they're going to start expanding out into Chittenden County.
Did they did finally settle on a buyer? And
yes, and it was approved, and the whole thing has happened.
Gotcha.
And it's a telecommunications, so I'm hoping that part of their plan is to expand the fiber network.
Give Comcast a run for their money.
If they came... I know one of the people that work there, and I'm like, you come down Shelburne Road and we are there. Like, we will sign up for fiber so fast. Like, you don't even know. Like, fiber is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only constrained right now by the router's abilities.
I can remember, so at my house we have DSL. But I remember going from when I lived in South Burlington, my husband and I rented a house just out of college. So this was years ago, but we had, I think at one apartment we had like
dial-up
or DSL or something that was a little bit slower, and then we went to cable, and that was even quicker, and you're like, wow. But now, yeah,
I complain about my internet at home all the time.
Yeah.
And we have DSL, and I'm considering switching to cable, as much as I
know.
Don't want to, but I literally cannot upload the podcast at my house.
Really?
I can't. Yeah. It takes over an hour to upload like a 10-minute video. Yeah. So trying to do like a 60 or 70-minute video would be like 2 days.
If I upped our bandwidth at my house, then I'd be fine, because their exchange box or whatever they call it is actually on my property. They have a right of way to it.
Yeah.
So it would be fine, but we have like the lowest plan, and that runs all of our TV watching capabilities.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what we use it for at my house, so.
Yeah, we're not super... I'm probably the most technology intensive at my house with my usage. But it, like, ours will struggle to load Amazon Prime videos at times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's just I've never had a problem with Netflix. It's just Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's just the way that they do their thing, but it's frustrating because I pay a lot of money for not a lot.
I know.
I feel
it's expensive.
Yeah, so I keep threatening to jump ship and go to cable, and I don't know.
I know. I've thought about it at times, because it was just maybe 2 or 3 years ago they put cable in on my road. So
yeah, we've got it on our road as well. I mean, I called our provider because they're putting fiber in around.
Yeah, they are around my place too.
And said if they were going to bring fiber down our road, and they were like, nope, not anytime in the near future. And I was like, great.
They put fiber in on our road, but it wasn't gonna be available for residential stuff, or I don't know.
And why did they put it on your road?
I don't know.
It's all residences back there.
I know.
It's weird.
They were putting it in for future use, but it wasn't going to be available right now.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, first world problems.
Yep.
Internet access issues.
Yeah.
So that, and we've had all kinds of exciting things down by my office. I can't remember if it was this week. Somebody, a car ran into a telephone pole.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Was it Friday? Maybe it was. No. But it backed the traffic up like crazy. And Cindy said it shook the whole building.
Ooh.
It was close. It was like almost directly across the street from our
house.
Yeah.
Well, traffic there is
it's
bottlenecks anyway.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So you'll, if you're not from this area, this will mean nothing. So I drive regularly up and down Shelburne Road, which is a nightmare.
It's our main road, and we're actually on Shelburne Road here.
So trying to get from here into Shelburne Village, which is where my office is, at certain times of the day is like stand still, stop and go.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm many times headed up Shelburne Road towards 189, and so that gets totally bottlenecked because I have to get on 189 to go up to exit 15 to kind of drop down behind to go pick up my dog.
Yep.
So that part's usually not too bad, though occasionally, once you get on 189, it's not too bad because I'm going against the flow of most of the traffic. But then I have to get across a really busy road, and then I have to cross Williston Road on Kennedy Drive, which is disaster, and then I have to drive through Heinsberg, which is like also looks like Shelburne, sometimes worse.
I really wish that they would do, for a while they did a commuter train. So there's like a train track right through the woods over here, like maybe half a mile, if that, no, quarter of a mile. And that same track goes right behind my house. And for a while they were doing a commuter one, I think from Charlotte up to Burlington. And
I think you're right.
If they had a stop not too far from here, they could do one, even if they did one like near Magic Hat, that area, because there's a lot of people that...
Absolutely.
I would totally do that.
I would, except I usually have to go jaunting off
for
to
you,
go.
But it would be hard.
And I don't know what the traffic lately has just been.
It's been horrible.
Horrible.
It really has.
All times of the day. Like, certain times. So, like, on Fridays, I come through early. Like, I have to be in Burlington for, like, 7:15.
Yeah, really early.
So, and normally there's no traffic. I've been hitting traffic up Shelburne Road at that time of the day. I don't know what is going on.
And it's funny because when, the store opens a little bit later, so when I'm coming through, usually the morning rush has already gone through, and it's pretty quiet. I mean, it's not, there's cars on the road, but it's not insane. This whole week and last week too, right around the normal time when I come in, it's been really busy, and it's just surprising.
And a lot of times, particularly down in the village, it's related to school traffic.
Yes.
So, and school's out, but the traffic's just as bad.
It is.
Like, it has not abated with school being out, which is like, okay, what is this all about?
I know, it's really strange. I know, I thought the same thing.
I don't know. And, part of the problem is there's multiple ways to get certain places, but some of them are definitely quicker. Even with the traffic, it's quicker to sit in traffic than to try to go around.
It is.
So it's...
Yeah, because I could go around the back way, but the back way, a lot of people coming out of Burlington, like if they're coming from the hospital or UVM, which are two of the bigger employers around, they go that same way. They'll go down like Spear Street or something like that.
And you got to dodge bicyclists and like all kinds of other stuff.
Because there's a lot of those back roads don't have shoulders, so if there's people running, walking their dogs, riding their bikes, they have to be in the road, and there's ditch on either side, so
there's no place for them to be. No, it's just
doesn't really matter where you go. It's all
so I'll leave here probably like 4ish. I'll go get Abigail, we'll go get the dog. I'll be lucky if I'm home before 6. It's like, it's insane. For like what should maybe take an hour, all of that I should be able to get it done in an hour. It'll take me closer to 2.
I know.
I don't know.
I know, it's been weird lately.
Yeah, the traffic has been weird. That's the only way I can describe it.
I really like this fabric. It's gonna be nice.
That is, what are you swatching? Oh, is that for
Soldatna.
Soldatna.
I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly.
I think you are.
Soldatna.
Soldatna. Yep. I still don't know what I'm gonna knit when we go camping.
Oh yeah, that's coming next
I think
weekend.
we'll just let's try not to coordinate a podcast next week. I think it's just gonna be too crazy.
Yeah, we've got friends that are coming into town for a day or two too, so
yeah. We'll just
there you have it. We're not
Happy Independence Day if you're in the US. We'll be back at you.
Eat lots of bad for you food.
Go to parades.
Go to parades.
Play with sparklers. Watch fireworks.
Some watermelon. Andrea and I were having a conversation about watermelon earlier.
I
know
watermelon.
not everybody does. My mom doesn't like watermelon, but I love it. And my chickens love the watermelon rinds. Love them. I freeze them, so on a hot day like today, I'll pull one out when it gets kind of warm, and they'll have a little treat, and they love them.
I am planning on making sangria to take with me camping, though.
Oh. Nice.
Yep. It's going to be my adult beverage of choice this time, I think.
Excellent.
Very excited. Very excited.
I've been drinking Riesling. I love Riesling anyway, but I love drinking white wine in the summer. But I've got a thing for Riesling. And Shelburne Vineyards, their Riesling is really good.
Yeah, it is super good. I like their Porch Rocker. Their Porch Rocker white.
Okay.
Oh, no, Lakeview, right?
Lakeview.
Lakeview.
Yeah, they have a
white.
Lakeview.
Sorry, Porch Rocker. What's Porch Rocker? I don't know.
Maybe somebody else that
Who
has
knows?
one. Yeah, they've got the Lakeview. We've got some of that too.
Who knows? So.
Oh, I didn't tell you. On Sunday,
Because you were working Sunday, right?
I was working Sunday. We had a visitor to the store, but I'm so bad at recognizing people.
Oh.
And Bud was in our store.
What?
She's got some of the best books, and she was in the store, and she was with somebody, another customer who plans a lot of knitting retreats.
Okay.
And I didn't, we kind of chatted a little bit, whatever, but she took a picture of Ann Bud with one of our bags, and then tagged us, our Instagram account on it. And that's when I found out. I was like, oh my God, that was Ann Bud. And I came back to Knit Group, and I was like, you guys, you're never going to believe this. I'm like, Ann Bud was just in our store.
Wow.
I
Just
know.
out of context. I mean, that's the thing, though, like, out of context. Or you would think that it would be in context
you would
at
think
a yarn store.
At a yarn store, it would be in context, but, like, I'm really bad at, I don't know. Some people I think I'd recognize, but she doesn't like having her picture taken, and she doesn't like being, on social media a lot and things like that, which I get.
I get it. Yeah.
But so I don't think I think I've probably seen pictures of her before, but because she's not ever present, and
Right.
Like somebody, Andrea Mowry, who we're doing all of her shift stuff, she a lot of times is the model for her pieces that she makes, so you know what she looks like.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of the, I don't want to say old school, but the people that have been designing patterns and writing books, that we all know their names, but if we saw them, I don't know if we would recognize them,
It's true.
So, yeah, after they left, I was like, oh my God, when she tagged us in the, because they had asked for a restaurant recommendation. They were going to Shelburne Vineyard. That's what made me think of it.
Nice.
So,
I love the vineyards there. It's so nice.
It's a pretty building they've got there too.
They've done a really nice job with it.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway.
all right.
I
We should
know.
probably skedaddle. Not skedaddle. We should
Skedaddle.
probably-
Bye.
Yep.
You got a 13-minute.
See you in a couple of weeks. Peace out. Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't have that much to talk about. I have finished objects, and I'm swatching. I was going to try to get my swatch done so I could actually cast on, but it didn't happen yet.
And I can't remember if I said this or not. I still don't know what I'm going to take camping.
Right.
Which projects. So clearly it's coming out of stash because
Yeah.
I'm not going to have time. But it's fine. It's not like I don't have a reservoir of yarn there to go pull from.
You're not going to take that shawl pattern?
I might.
It's two colors?
It's two colors. I sometimes hesitate to take things that require paper, that I have to have the paper out, because if it's like windy or anything, then I got to keep track of the pattern.
Maybe you could tape it to your sangria glass.
Ooh, what's with that?
I have the perfect thing.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So, we have those travel mugs that you put the little insert in.
Oh, yeah.
You could print your pattern onto those, slip it in your travel mug, drink your sangria from that, and you'll have your pattern. You might have to print it on a couple of pieces to tuck it down inside, but then you could just be like, Okay,
Yeah,
there's my
alright.
next step.
That's brilliant.
See?
That's brilliant.
And then it won't blow away.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get rained on.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
I'm good for something.
I was thinking that I might take the leftover yarn from Change's shawl because I was going to knit a shift hat out of that. And
Right.
you do kind of need the pattern, but not really, like once you get
Yeah.
it. And I've already done one, so I'm kind of I know.
So especially up to the point before decreases. That would be.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about doing that.
That'd be cool.
Because it's a smaller project and it's easy to carry. So I don't know. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards at this point. And probably socks because I always have socks with me.
Yep.
And I'll probably take this one in the car. Because you gotta have like multiple projects.
My shirt almost matches your yarn.
too. And it is Ravelry Red. This is the color.
Not the Cereza or the other one that you
No,
thought
it
might.
was the actual Ravelry Red.
Ravelry Red.
Yep.
It's a great color.
Abigail helped me wind this yarn this weekend.
That's
She's
nice.
actually pretty good at it. William, and I won't let him use the ball winder that much because he likes to go one direction
Really?
and then stop and then go the
Oh.
other direction and then go. So he couldn't. Where she'll just stand there and go the same direction.
Uh huh.
I don't know. Was it a gender thing? I don't know. But he just he had to go both directions, and I'd be like, stop.
Be like, think of it as a fishing rod and the reel.
Well,
No, because he does that with his fishing reel too.
sometimes. Yeah.
You can't do that with a fishing reel.
Anyway, so it's funny. Yeah, she was helping me wind this yarn, and I needed to wind some more of the purple for Gretel. Gretel's done. I should probably just bind. I need to measure it and see if it's long enough. So that one's almost done too.
Wow.
Tank top.
My
I know. I didn't have that much further to go with it. So
Cool.
just I'm a finishing.
That's the
machine.
modern cotton one, the purple.
I'm gonna have a bunch of that. I should probably just make market bags out of the rest of that. So I was
Yeah, because
thinking.
is it 2020 when plastic
Yeah.
shopping bags are banned? So
Yeah, but
in the state of Vermont.
yes, single-use plastic shopping bags
And straws,
Straws.
and silver plasticware and
some kind of to-go
the
packaging,
styrofoam stuff.
Yeah.
Some of that, yeah. It's all
So I was thinking with the modern cotton, what might be cool is to do some market bags, but to donate them in with the the mitten tree stuff because everybody needs to go get groceries.
or
and-
even just to store their things in,
Mhm.
and that stuff. If it got wet, it would dry quickly, and that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Ange.
So I was thinking maybe doing that.
That's a really good
Even
idea.
crocheted.
Yeah,
I could crochet them.
yeah. That would be a really smart idea, especially because we have that band coming up.
Hmm I was considering reaching whether it made sense for us to reach out to the food shelf and just be like,
That's
would you,
smart
if we
idea.
had people that wanted to make these bags and donate them, would you take them? I'm sure they'd say yes, but yeah.
And I wrote that pattern last year too for the one that I did,
Uh-huh.
which was super quick.
Uh-huh.
That used one skein of Finley.
Uh-huh.
You could use anything
Yeah.
for it, really, but
Yeah.
oh, that's a smart idea.
Since that's
Oh, I
coming
like
up.
that.
So stay tuned. There
That's
might
a
be-
really great idea.
I mean,
love
maybe
it.
we could do that in conjunction with the I'm considering calling it the Warming Hearts, the Warming Hearts Knit Along, which is basically our version of the mitten tree, so people can knit mittens or fingerless mitts or scarves and hats and stuff, and we do prizes if people want to donate them locally, or if they want to bring them here at the store. We have 2 or 3 charities that we like to donate to, but to do us at the same time, or even as leading up next summer to do
That's right.
market
'Cause
bags.
it was it Small Business Saturday where we collected
Did the food for the food shelf.
drive.
Well, maybe we could do that, and if people could donate in either canned goods or the market bags, and we could donate those to the food shelf.
That's such a smart idea. I'd like that.
Okay. Stay tuned for
It's
upcoming
brilliant.
knit along, crochet along with market bags.
That's really, really smart.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Shall we rock and roll now that
We
everybody's got 20 minutes of
Us
outtakes,
just chattering.
pre-takes?
Yeah.
I'll wait until you're done, Kat.
Okay, still got a ways to go. All right. Just checking. Because I thought I had a ways to go on the Gretel, and I counted, and I was like, well, I'm there. I don't have to increase anymore.
Sweet.
Go figure.
Isn't that the best?
It is the
When
best.
it happens and then you don't realize it, and then you're there and you're like, woohoo!
Except I usually overshoot it, and then I'm like,
know.
well, now what am I going to do?
You're like, do I just knit a couple together, or do I have to pull back?
Yeah, but this one I think I'd have to pull back because
Yeah.
of the way the shape. But anyway,
Yeah, because you don't want to.
yeah, yeah. Anywho.
Anyway.
All right, let's get this party started.